her saying is, it's not about wins and losses, it's about having fun. I'm trying to correct that shit.
What?
It's only about wins and losses. Like, we whatever we need to do, we gonna conquer it until we get to do what we want to do.
You talked about having a therapist, so that's supporting your mental health. Spiritually, is there something that you do? Like, what consistent practice fills Matt?
Learn the Bible, and I want to understand it so I can grow closer to God.
Welcome to today's episode of Comfortable Conversations. This is going to be a really fun one. So in today's episode, I really want to showcase the portrait of what resilience is like, what quiet strength is. When we talk about discomfort, it's not cozy and always warm. It oftentimes feels very challenging, like you're being stretched, like you can't take any more. But what discomfort offers us is a new capacity. And so today's guest, I'm excited to have on. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler and one of the most dominant linebackers in the league. But that's just the part you see on Sundays. What you may not see is a kid from West Bloomfield, Michigan, who came out of a Division II school, happened to tear his ACL, and still found his way to the NFL. I'm talking about Matt Judon. And today we're not just talking about football. We're talking about what it costs to become exceptional and what it takes to stay whole. Matt, welcome to Comfortable Conversations.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to have you here. I was sharing with you as we were getting prepped, y'all. Matt is the first person who got under the blanket. I feel like he's like, yes, this is a safe space. We finna chit chat.
Yeah. I mean, I do love a blanket though.
Same.
Yeah, I got blankets all around my house.
Are you a keep the house cold? Like
freezing? Yeah, keep the house freezing cold. Wear a hoodie and get under a blanket. That's a good house.
I keep the house at serial killer 75.
Oh. And under a blanket? You burn it up.
Y'all, I'm anemic. Okay, it came out, but like, yeah. And if the AC is under 70, I'm somewhere wrapped cold as can be. But
oh man, I try to keep that thing at like 68, 67.
Y'all killing people.
I'm from Michigan though. I'm from Michigan.
I'm from Chicago, so you would think I would know better, but I don't. I can't.
I don't even know how you do that. All year around, 75.
So I would like to keep the house at 75. Do I get to keep it at 75? No. Like if I'm my apartment by myself, it's 75. I don't need to turn the AC, especially in Texas. My AC really rarely comes on.
Your house be at 80 sometimes still. That's wild.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all just learned my serial killer trait. I don't have many, but that's one. That's one of them.
Yeah, that's one. But, I mean, that's good. Not too many house guests. They getting
They coming in like, golly, it's hot as hell in here. Very
hurry
true.
up, let's go.
We gonna get up out of here. I will turn the AC on for people, y'all. This is a comfortable conversation. That's it. So Matt, I try to just dive right in and just ask, what discomfort led you to this version of yourself?
I feel a lot. All right, a lot. I feel like no success goes without punishment. So, I grew up. My father was in jail for most of my childhood life. I got 9 brothers and sisters. So, it's not like I got a lot of attention. Not saying but and then, school really wasn't my thing.
Okay.
So, and then I was in more of a suburban neighborhood with you know, most houses got like 2 or 3 kids in that thing. We got 10 in ours, and so you know, that reduced lunch type, you know, pay to play type stuff, and so you know, and then recently I went through a divorce, you know, and then kids no longer in the house, so it's a lot of stuff, growing pains that as a person, you know, not more as a football player, because that's just kind of a mindset. My football player, my mentality was just more as a person, just disconnecting from some people, and just always trying to find like who out there for you, like who out there, not more for towards love, but just like who genuinely care for you.
Yeah. So it's a lot of discomfort there.
Hell yeah.
It's a lot of discomfort there. So you got dad in and out of jail. So a mom who's essentially raising 10 kids.
Yeah, my mom remarried when I was 7.
Okay.
So I had
a father figure in the household.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's still, I don't want to discount the fact that though you had a father figure, there's still that relationship with your actual father that sometimes is uncomfortable, because it's like, dang, Dad, where you at? And I think a lot of people have that experience. I had a father who was in jail for 20 years, but I had a stepdad, and it was weird to look at my stepdad as my father, and then I didn't build a relationship with my biological father, and it was like when my stepdad passed, I grieved a dad, and then years later my dad came back, and I was like, I grieved a dad already. Like, I don't even know how to experience you right now, because you haven't been here. I don't, like, this is a new relationship for me, building all over again. So that discomfort, 9 siblings?
Yeah.
Where do you fall?
I'm the 6th child, so my dad and my mom had 6 kids, so I'm the last of that. And then she remarried and had 4 more.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, and so we was all in the house together at one point in time. Yeah.
How many were girl siblings?
It's only 3 girls. We only got 3 girls.
Oh, man. I was the only girl.
For real?
It hit different.
We stacked up against them, though.
Yeah, but they're beasts. I'm sure they...
Yeah, and it was looking bad for us at first. It was a girl, boy, and then 2 girls, and then my mom just stopped having girls,
and it's all boys.
Yeah, then it was all boys from there.
Okay, so family upbringing. How long were you in Michigan?
From a child till I went to Baltimore till I got drafted, 2016. So I went to Grand Valley. That's also in Michigan. That's just probably is in West Michigan, probably 2.5 hours away from Detroit area where I grew up in, was Bloomfield. And then, I mean, I left like for travels and stuff like that, but I really was there for my whole life.
Yeah. And we're gonna touch on this in a little bit. You said your football persona is just a mindset.
Yeah. For sure.
And you talked about the discomfort of divorce, and then the discomfort of just like what's happening now in life.
Yeah.
So take us through those two, like present day.
Divorce and what's happening now in life.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, can I cuss?
Yeah. Listen.
Well, fuck the court system, bro. Fuck the court system. I mean, I think if you ever get married, if anybody ever get married, like, make that shit work, because going through court system suck, and it's all pay to play.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all it is. And so you know, I got a divorce. We felt like it wasn't gonna work anymore. I got a divorce, but I get the shit in and the stick, because, you know, I'm making money and stuff like that. So now I have to pay for everything, but I don't barely get to see my kids, and everything is in the mother's interest. Like I don't even know how that worked. Like she wasn't even making decisions when we was together. How did she get to make all the decisions now?
Yeah.
So, we was together in Dallas, then she moved them out to Florida. So that's why I now stay in Orlando.
Okay.
And so, I'm kind of just chasing kids around. Then I have another son. He's in DMV, the DMV area. So, but me and his mother work really well now together.
Yeah.
And so Roman's doing well, but so I got 4 kids that don't live in my house. So,
yeah.
So if anybody ever want to be a surrogate, I just need 2 kids that just stay with me the rest of their whole life.
Okay, so you love being a father. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. My older brother is like that. He takes pride. Even my little brother who has kids, when his wife and his kids are gone, one day I called him and I was like, "Why you sound sad?" And he was like, "Ain't nobody at the crib. Like my kid's gone, my wife is gone." I said, "If you don't take a nap, your kids drive you crazy."
Yeah, but it's a different joy when they're in the house than when they're not in the house. You can feel, and everybody know, you can feel presence, even if like you feel like somebody came into your room. You was like, something's different, something's off, and that's how it was for a long time. Just something's off. I don't hear that. Like the giggle, I don't hear. I don't have to like pay attention to something. Like if they get too quiet, like what are they doing? Or I don't hear the random like slap, then wait 2 seconds and then a cry. Like I'm not hearing that. And so, and then it's like I got so many parenting things I want to do, and I just can't try them out on my kids.
Yeah.
And so, and that's hard. And then when I get them, I have to fit like
a bunch of stuff into
all of that. Yeah. And then it's like, I don't want to be like the mean parent, but I have to discipline. Like I'm not about to let y'all get away with anything. So it's hard for me like to snatch my daughter up, like, and correct her. And then for her to not just be like, I want to stay at my mom's house.
Yeah, because building that relationship when you see someone every single day, right. And your kids aren't gonna love like you. They're not gonna be your friend.
Yeah,
you have to get them to a point in life where eventually, when they're older, you have a friendship with them, and you see them get married and have kids. But what you're really sharing, and I appreciate you sharing, like the discomfort of divorce. I hear a lot of men share about that, experiencing that while also being someone who is in the limelight. And it's like at the end of the day, you're still a human being, and you hear the heart behind, like, I just want to be around my kids, you know. And you don't hear a lot of men say like, man, I just want them in the house and I want them around. So I didn't expect you to say that's the discomfort.
I mean, it's a whole bunch of discomfort about divorce and just about like separation, because kind of how you was talking, like you dealt with like, the missing of a person, right? Mm-hmm. But you can no longer talk to them.
Yeah.
Like it's the invisible, visible person, right?
Yeah.
Because I still talk to my ex, right? My ex-wife. I still talk to her, but it's not in this manner that we usually talk.
Yeah.
Or we used to talk. And so it's still the inside jokes. It's still the things that we have, but that's not how we speak anymore.
Yeah.
And so, I think, and I don't wish any bad on anybody, but I think having a loss of a spouse is better than divorce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you still grieve. You still go through the grieving process. You still go through everything that you would do over death. but that person's still alive.
Yeah, and you still have to see them. So it's like
Yeah.
cut almost every time you see him. It's like, damn, the wound keeps opening.
For sure. And but it's not like, it's not in a sense of like, oh, now they're doing good, I'm mad. It's we separated because it was better for the both of us.
Yeah.
And now we're both doing better, but we're both doing what we're supposed to do, or living life how we're supposed to live life, and happier. But we didn't only have bad times.
Yeah.
We didn't only have bad times. So that's kind of, it's hard. So so I think just not having to deal with that person is easier than having to still deal with that person and them still be a part of your life, a major part of your life, because we have kids, and then just not being able to speak the same.
Yeah.
So that's just my thought.
I think a lot of people can relate to that, though, when relationships end, but it's like there still needs to be some type of tether to that person, that it's a severance of just how the relationship was, but you're still tethered because of X, Y, and Z, and specifically for you, the kids. But you brought up, like, now that you're both separate, and I don't want to stay on the divorce aspect, but like your mental health, your mental wellness through that, what practices were you daily practice or weekly or whatever to kind of let you know this isn't what's best for me, and you know that because on the other side, this version of you is here now?
Well, I mean, I think just having a therapist or somebody you can talk to, and I don't think that person is a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that person is a friend, because friends don't always stay friends, but not saying that as a bad thing. But sometimes friends go home and they also have to decompress with the stuff that they heard.
Yeah.
And so they got to tell somebody else, right? So I just, get a therapist or a counselor or somebody like that, and you can decompress with them. And then you can tell them all your best. It's like having like a bomb safe in your house, right? And you can throw 40 bombs in there a day or a week or, a month, or however many you need. And sometimes it could be one, sometimes it could be up to 40. So, and you can just throw them in there, let them explode, and then
that's it. It doesn't mess up the rest of the
house. The house don't come crashing down. The house don't come crashing down. It stay put, stay intact. You gotta clean. You gotta clean and do dirty work after it, right?
Yeah.
So the next time you go there, it's not the same bomb. But after that, you do that, and then you come back, and you get to be in the rest of your house.
Yeah.
And so that's what it was for me. I just had to talk to somebody.
What made you decide? I know you brought up, and this is important for everyone to know, it is important to be able to talk to someone who can help you process and actually give you a help, and not project what their feelings and their opinions are based on their limited beliefs or limited skill set or limited experience. Sometimes we're sharing stuff with our friends, and it's like they can't help us grow past that, but they can sit with us. They can hold space for us to just tell it and pull out that story. But a therapist is really going to help you solution for this, heal what needs to be healed so you can grow. Healing is an evolution, but
right.
Sorry, I don't want to.
No, I think sometimes you gotta talk to somebody that's smarter than you, or dove deeper into that space. And I feel like, or read about some more stuff. And I feel like I don't ever want my friend to play the devil's advocate. I know they're a good friend if they play the devil's advocate, but I don't want my friend to always play the devil's advocate. Like sometimes, I need to come to talk to you about something. I need you to shut the fuck up and be on my side. But that's what I go to somebody like that for, a therapist. to say, have you thought about this? Like, when you was in that process, did you stop and care about anybody else? Because when I come tell a friend, like, I need them to really play the damn for real.
Yeah, they
You
need to
and what else
validate you.
and what else you did? Yeah. And then I'll talk to somebody else to get the other side.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm gonna lend a helping hand to a friend as well. And then I think they should have people that they talk to, or unless I come to you like, was I wrong in this situation? Then I need your honest answer. But if I call you and be like, man, let me tell you what happened, like,
You already going into it. Like,
yeah.
I just need to tell you.
I'm telling you to be on my side.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened.
It's either two things, like when you're sharing. Are you sharing for advice, or are you just sharing to unpack? And a lot of times people are just sharing to unpack. And like you said, if I start like this, just know, just like, do not.
Yeah, and so my good friends, they know, but we are good friends, like we brothers, so we always correct. We'll let you get it off. We're gonna let you get your shit off. Like, all right, bet, and then we're gonna come back and correct you because that's how we talk to one another. Because we want to see growth, we want to see personal gain, and like, living that type of way it won't help anybody. It just harm us, and it kind of make it like, I don't know, not as fun. Like we come from a mindset of always being challenged, like physically, and so like when we get to challenge each other, like in a classroom or in a different setting, like we love that opportunity, and then like never be wrong. We can't never be wrong around like our friend group, because like we're gonna attack that wrongness. Even if most of the thing you said was right, we're gonna attack that one thing, like a spelling error or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
But you made me think about, as you were talking, males having a friend group, friends that they can actually come to and share, like, hey, this is what's happening. One, just be on my side, but then also y'all leave room for growth. And I think just culturally, you're seeing a lot more men do the work. I was recently listening to Dr. J Heal Us podcast with David Boris or something like that, and it talked about how a lot of men are actually going to therapy, being accountable to work on themselves. But are you also saying, like, as a friend group, it sounds like collectively there's this healing that's happening, there's this accountability. Yeah, y'all want to be like, hey, let me get this off my chest, but also let me see you be a better man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think as men continue to speak, because I feel like a lot of our granddads and dads just straight work. They never said anything. It was always, well, what did your mom say? Or what did this person say? Or go ask your mom. But I think as a lot of us become more like involved males, and you see more men on podcasts, we kind of actually like understanding more of the struggles of men, or like what we go through, and that's not like to take away from nothing from women, because y'all go through a lot as well, but you kind of seeing the other shoe drop now.
Yeah, you want to be heard. I have a male friend who was like, he recently just shared, like, I'm emotionally and physically drained, and I don't know how to tell my partner, like, hey, I can't take no more. And then he's like, I also don't have a lot of friends, so it's like I need to find myself with people that I can share this with. And that the point of, for me, comfortable conversations is because, one, I have a lot of male perspective because I only have brothers. So it's like I connect with, okay, what's my brother dealing with when he's married? Okay, I'm seeing your side, I'm seeing your wife's side. But then also when I'm in a relationship, it helps me see my partner different because I'm like, yeah, you can run through that wall. You can get up every day, be disciplined, work, never let anybody see you cry. But I know you cry because you're human. Yeah. But where do you all have the space? Where do we hold space for that?
I don't know. I think for females, I'm not a woman, never will be, pretend to be. All right, so I think for females, it's acceptable for a female to cry anywhere.
Yeah.
Break down, anything. I don't think that's the same for males. Like if you go to a grocery store, you see a man crying, you go,
"Sir, are you good?"
Yeah, you gonna start looking around. Like, okay, somebody did something to him. Somebody wronged this person. Yeah. It's not from emotional stress.
Yeah,
it's from a wrongdoing or like in a bank or somewhere like that. So I don't think it's nowhere acceptable for a man to cry. Besides around his friends, like you seen Michael Beasley cry on a podcast, and he was trying to hold it in, but it's like okay, in that setting, it's comfortable. A lot of people seeing you do it, but it's comfortable because they understand it.
Yeah.
But nobody, if you cry anywhere else, nobody gonna understand it. And so I think it's only in the home with, in the home with like your spouse or alone, or like with the homies, or in a special case, like what Michael Beasley did. He was being very vulnerable and open, and everybody kind of understood where
it's a safe space.
Emotion,
like a lot of times people, sometimes people are weirded out, like, man, I can't believe I just cried. But it's like when you are in such a safe space, you leave room to. And even when you're in a safe space within yourself, that you start opening up and be like, today I cried even by myself in the shower. But sorry to jump like that, but as you were talking, I get that, like, culturally, men, it's not necessarily accepted or, like, just common for men to cry, but Black men specifically, I think the strength and the masculinity side, the masculinity of you guys is, like, when do you get to just be like, this is who I am. I am who I am, and I am a human, and I do get to cry. Like, I think even as I was raised to have brothers, like, they don't cry. Like, we didn't cry. Even it wasn't until I started going to therapy as a Black woman that I was like, oh, it's okay for me to cry. But I was raised like, we don't cry. Yeah. We figured out we do not cry. We're not showing our emotions. In public, we definitely not showing our emotions. In professional world, we're not showing our emotions. In this area, and I actually have a white woman therapist. And she said to me, like, one day, like, Jas, thank you, because I cry in therapy. Like, it is an hour dedicated to my tissue, my security blanket. I'm going to cry. But I remember she said to me, like, thank you for even opening up to me, because I have Black friends who've told me, like, we don't tell white people our problems. And she was like, you're over here telling me your problems. I'm like, I'm trying to see a different perspective on some stuff. I need a whole lens. I have a sister-in-law who's a trauma therapist. I got therapist friends. I got relationships. I have resources. So for my own personal health and well-being, I need to process this world a bit different and see some perspective. But I just really want to better understand, is it more pressure? Is it just being a man and not being able to share your emotions, but is there extra pressure as a Black man and your profession?
I think I was going to say that. It's like, I mean, in the people that I looked up to growing up, or like I only seen them cry in like real loss, tragedy, death, and triumph, like winning Super Bowls, winning championships.
Oh, wow.
Like that's where it's like I have done so much, and I can release emotion. But in the working moments or like and the losses and stuff is like hold your chin high, present proud, and move on.
Wow.
And so I don't know. You just never see it. You don't see it. So you don't like it. Is it? You don't know if it's right or wrong.
The example isn't
Yeah.
there for you. The way hasn't been paid. So then I have to ask you, as a father, how do you make room for that?
I'll be telling my kids, I'll be saying like, okay, when they cry, I ask them like, okay, is it emotional hurt or is it physical hurt? And then they got to tell me like, which one is it? It's like, okay, so if it's physically hurt, like, okay, well, let me see where you hurt, like, or where is it? And then if it's emotionally hurt, like, okay, who did it, and why did it hurt you? And I don't like crying. I just don't, because my kids OD. Like, I don't care if it's tears coming down your face, but like, stop screaming.
I gotta hear you. Like, I gotta hear the words coming out of your mouth.
Like, we gotta stop screaming. But then other than that, like you can cry, but I'm like, okay, what next? Like, okay, wipe your face. Like, let's tighten up.
Problem solver, but men naturally fall into that role. But then
Exactly.
I have to ask you, for you, was that at least exampled for you? Like, for when you're sitting your kids down saying, is this emotional or is this physical? Did you at least have that example, or this is you putting a new practice?
No, that's me putting in a new practice. It's like me trying to get to the cause. It's like I don't want my kids just growing up hollering and crying or not understanding their emotions, or and trying to like solve a emotional problem with drugs or pills and stuff like that. So, I think going to a therapist is great, but then like the prescribed medicine is your own work.
Yeah.
So it's your own work after. And so I think me asking them questions about their emotional stability is going to have them answering questions about their emotional stability later. Yeah. Like, okay, like, how did this person wrong me? And how do I feel about this? And then how do I go and either apologize or work it off? And so with me asking that, it also like build on to how I punish them. Like, I'm not whooping them. Like, I make them sit on do wall sit for 5 minutes before I whoop my kids.
But as you're doing it in a new way, you're showing a new way, but you're also putting into practice what you did. Like, did your parents go to therapy? Within your family, how many people actually go to therapy?
Like my immediate family, I probably think like 2. I know maybe Monica, and then probably me, and then maybe Bryce, my youngest sibling, but that's probably it.
Yeah, that's powerful though, because I think so many people say, this happened when I was younger, and this happened when I was younger, this happened, and it's like, okay, when are you going to stop telling your trauma story and do something different? Because at some point in age, you're an adult who can make a different choice this time, and every time you get to make a different choice. And then when you have kids, you have no more time to keep saying, well, this is how it used to be done. Like, if you don't physically discipline your kids, then it's like, okay, what do I do now? What's best for them? And I think it's really powerful that you're not just using terminology and language that they'll understand, but you understand it to be able to guide them and direct them. And that becomes the culture shift, the impact that you build your next generation of kids who are emotionally intelligent, emotionally resilient, and not just because it's like, well, we only cry at death and really reward the extreme reward. There's this in between that I get to feel these emotions, but I don't have to stay here.
Yeah. I think that's big, just not staying in emotion. Like, we all have our days where it's peaks and valleys, and we feel like everything go right or everything go wrong. But I think staying in like a rut, the depression. That's when the depression hit, or that's when stuff like that hit. Like, I want them to understand, like, that's okay, but this is how we move forward.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
How we move
Yeah,
forward.
yeah.
So what practices do you put? You talked about having a therapist, so that's supporting your mental health. Spiritually, is there something that you do? Like, what consistent practice fills Matt?
Oh yeah, gotta go to church. Gotta seek God, and His Word, and not only listening to the preachers and sermons and stuff, but digging in yourself, like digging into the Word and trying to get the understanding of. I really want to go to be a pastor.
Oh,
And
I know what you're saying. You want to actually go study to be a pastor.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't want to be a pastor. But
you just want to learn
I want to learn the Bible, and I want to seminary. That's
okay.
But and then understand like the root language, the Hebrew language of the Bible.
Oh wow.
And because some words was translated and some words was Hebrew was a bigger language than the English language, so some words were translated and they just all put like so happy.
Yeah.
But it was
there's a deeper and more depth feeling. The word isn't just happy. It's so much deeper.
Yeah, it's so much deeper than that. So that's kind of something I want to get into, but I think that'll be later on in life.
That's powerful. Yeah. When did you find your connection to your faith? Like, what was that moment?
Honestly, faith been like always chasing me. It's always been there. And growing up, I honestly say like going to church, I did not understand nothing. Like
not a lot of us didn't.
And until I was at least in college, I was just going to church. And I'm like, bro, what are they talking about? Like the words, they're going fast. He'd tell us to flip through the books of the Bible, like go to 2 Corinthians chapter whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, I don't even know how to find this and stuff. And it wasn't until I was in college and we just started having our own study table of the Bible. And we was just kind of picking through the Bible. And then somebody was like, Johnny, our chaplain, he was just like, just go read Matthew, all of Matthew. And he was just like, this was the real story of Jesus, like Matthew was told. And then he was like, all right, go read this. And then I'm coming back with questions. And then
is this collaborative? It was more so you're studying it to be educated on, and there's this new awareness, but there's this collaborative, like, oh, this is interesting, there's this curiosity that's there, like,
right. And then it's more like, okay, who wrote this, and why did they say this like that? Why did they say this verse like this? Or why is this phrase like this? And because then you kind of get like where they was, how they wrote it, what time frame they wrote it in, and stuff like that. So I'm not like trying to debunk the Bible or like pick through the Bible or try to have a higher knowledge so I can scripture with people. Like that's not what I want. I want to understand it so I can grow closer to God.
That's
So like if anybody whip out a Bible or if anybody just say like they're atheists or something like that, like I have a conversation with them. You know how like you'll see on Instagram or something or YouTube, and people would just be sitting down at a round table like debating. Like that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's not what I want. I want it for myself, and I'm a try to spread the gospel, and I'm gonna try to get people to understand like what Jesus is, who he is, why he came here, and for God, for them to, you know, to have eternal life. But it ain't for me to like be somebody over the head with a Bible. That's your That's your walk with him.
Yeah, it's the releasing judgment. Like I've had friends who are like they're atheists, and I was like, but you believe in a universe, so I really think it's just you and your relationship with God.
Yeah.
Like you believe in something higher, but you're unwilling to believe. Yeah. Whatever you want to believe in, this is your walk.
I think it'd be hard for people to say like somebody is not allowing me to get something or somebody is allowing me to get something.
The control factor.
Yeah, so it's like, well, if I want to get a job, I can do this, and this and get a job. Or if I want to do this, I can do this, and this and get a job. But I haven't did that, so I'm not. It's like that, like, yeah, but that's not God.
Yeah.
Right? That's he gave you control of your life, and you get to have discernment over certain things. And yes, you can go kill 100 people. You can go kill 100 people, and you can have control over life or death.
Yeah.
But after that, you have no or more control. And so I think a lot of people try to play it like that when that's not who God is.
Yeah, we love control to not be able to will what we want and do what we want. It's like you don't know who you are. Exactly. Matt, we didn't got deep into conversation.
I know, man.
Like we didn't even
y'all in my business.
talking about football. So I do want to pivot to like what's next for you? Like where do you see yourself next?
Man, I don't know. I think just trying to grow closer to my kids. I'm trying to get my oldest is 10. I'm trying to get her into track. Okay. And so I've been having her run track, and her saying is, it's not about wins and losses, it's about having fun. I'm trying to correct that shit.
What?
It's only about wins and losses. Like I think as a human, right? Yeah. As a human, and this is going like back to my mentality, mindset. It's only about wins and losses, right? If you had we on the podcast, if you had the best podcast in the world, right? You get a plaque, you get this, you get that, you get money, you get fame, and then the worst podcast we don't ever hear.
Right.
Okay. History.
Win something.
History is only told by the winners. They get to print the papers. They get to write the books. They get to do this. And then if the losers or what's left of the losers put out books, they get to throw them away. The winners do. Yeah. They get to say you cannot read that. They get to put it on the book ban list, which is crazy.
But it's you're teaching her the mindset of putting meaning behind what you're doing and being intentional in what you're doing, but still having fun.
No, so I don't ever want to like take the fun out of anything because I play football with joy. Yeah, I play sports with joy, and sometimes I can turn the winning and losing off if it's like. But she's too young to do that. It's like, I always want you to win. Because her biggest thing is she want to be the president. I'm like, okay, bet.
Oh, like, we gotta get you to win.
Who? I'm like, I was like, do you know who Michael Jordan is? She said, yeah, basketball player. I said, what about LeBron? Yeah, basketball player. Okay. Barack Obama. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, who was drafted third after Jordan? Or who did he play with? She don't know anybody. Mm. Okay, who was drafted after LeBron? Don't even know. Yeah. And, okay, all right, who did Barack Obama run against his 2 terms? Don't know. I'm like, the only reason you don't know him because they lost.
Oh, wow.
And so like if we want to be winners,
You gotta get into
if we want to be the president, all right, and I want you to be the president because I'm in the White House every day.
Okay.
I'm on the G5s every day. All right, budget going up because of me, but we have to win. We have to get it in our head like, okay, I want to be cum laude. I want to be super cum laude, magna. Like I have to be up there, and so everything I need to do is a win. Everything I need to do, like from waking up, needs to be a winning mentality. Not like, okay, I can coast. I don't have to study, chat GPT, all this stuff. Like we can't do that. Like that's a and people will get rich from that. People will get like
success, but will it be sustainable? And when you talk about this winning mentality, but can you break down like what that get up every day? If it's not, coasting through or chat GPT, what is that actual dedication of that winning mentality?
I think it's more consistent than having fun.
Consistency.
Like, if you can consistently do something, you're gonna do it whether it's fun or not.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, for like power lifters, like, but I know for a fact, I lift weights. I know for a fact, putting 600 pounds on your back and lifting it isn't fun. It is not. It's not fun at all.
It doesn't look fun.
Going running it isn't fun sometimes. Especially when, your running partner or your lifting partner don't want to go. Yeah. Like, or something happened. And it's like, I could just take the day. But I need you to be consistently great. I need you to consistently, like, get 1% better every day. Like, get better at doing something every day. Or be consistent at doing something every day. And then that's how you end up with huge wins. It's not just one day you get a huge win. It's the days leading up to that day.
All the little things that add up over time is what the win is.
Yeah,
that get you to that goal. But consistency is how you master.
Yeah.
It's what's needed over time. Whenever I pick something new up, my goal is not like that day. Like, I don't podcasting. I didn't just say, okay, I'm going to podcast. I actually studied research podcasters. I researched my favorite. Then it's like, okay, where do I want to take this from here? How do I remain consistent if I don't have guests? If I don't, not getting the views, I don't get ad sponsors, if I don't meet the monetization goals, what's going to keep me going? And it's like the consistency of it'll get there if each time I get 1% better. But I always make sure to lock in, like when I started with the studio, I said, book me for 4 months. Because I don't even want to get in my own head of like releasing an episode and then it didn't do good. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm not good at this. I was like, lock me in for 4 months. And they're like, every other Friday, lock me in. I will have a guest. I will be there. Because for me, if I put it on my calendar, I don't want to talk more than I do. So my talk to do ratio, if I tell you, hey, I'm going to do this, you better believe. Like, me just speaking it out loud is the accountability that I needed, that I'm like, I have to do that because I said I'm going to do it. Like, I spoke it out of my mouth, so I got to do it. So that consistency piece is everything.
Right. I mean, I think just getting up. I'm huge on working out.
Yeah, same.
Not body shape or look or anything like that, but just working out, and every day, or set a out of the 7 days, set a day amount and work out that much. I think you can conquer the world in anything that you do if you work out every day, because you already did the hardest thing you're gonna do that day.
Yeah,
you already did it, and so and that's just kind of what I'm trying to pass down to them more, get into my kids more of my mindset of like, we whatever we need to do, we gonna conquer it. until we get to do what we want to do.
I love that. That's powerful. When it comes to exercise, when I talk about mental wellness, that physical health is so important in the Black community, us moving our bodies, moving your systems and cardiovascular system, your lymphatic system. Like, people don't realize the importance of what's happening with your system, what you're eating, what you're putting in your body affects your mindset, your mental health, so there's so much, but that daily movement, I think is so powerful and so important. So what is your favorite daily movement?
Morning movement, like once you get out of bed.
Okay.
Once you get out of bed, just for 5 minutes, just swing your arms, right? It'll wake everything up. Or just do like some squats to stands, or like grab your toes and lift your butt, dip your butt, and then just pogo hops.
Okay.
Pogo hops, and you can do just 5 different movements for 1 minute, and that'll just start your system better than coffee.
Yeah. I
don't drink coffee.
I got my cup of coffee, but I'm going to move my body in the morning.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee. And I feel like, I will take a nap. I ain't gonna lie. I'll take a nap. I'll go to sleep at any time. So, but I don't not coffee. I just don't like the taste. Like, once I taste it, I get an instant headache. So I don't drink coffee. But I'm pretty sure it helps a lot of people.
I don't even think it's giving me the energy. I like the routine of, like, making myself, like, I really take my time to make my coffee. Like espresso with the milk and then grinding the beans. Like, it's just like this ritual of, it's my part of my morning meditation of being still, like, before I check emails, before I check social media, before, like, after I've done my movement, like, I'll go for a run or some type of movement, meditating. It's just that moment of, like, gratitude. That's my cup of gratitude, where it's like, I get to make this cup of coffee. I'm blessed to have this moment where it's still enough that there's no rush. Like, this is one thing. And so it's less about, like, the caffeine than it is about, like, something about just making a cup. Like, even with my partner, I enjoy sitting, having a cup of coffee, because it's like, we can put the phones down and just, like, talk and have, it could be water in the cup, but it's just, like, enjoying that moment, because your mornings really do set your day and your tone. And so for me, that's what it is. It's just like,
while you doing that, I'll cut up like a mango or dragon fruit, but I'm with you. Like, I think morning movements and morning in the kitchen is, like, so important, because especially when you're not rushed.
Yeah.
When you're not rushed and you don't feel like you got it. All right,
I gotta get here. I gotta get there.
Hurry up, brush your teeth, put your socks on, grab your bag, we out the door. And so it's like, all right, like, when I wake up enough and I can delegate my time to myself and my mental health, and just, some food or something to get in my system, something like that. So that's, I think a lot of people are getting more hip to it, like getting more in tune with themselves. And I think after COVID, I feel like a lot of people was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to feel like.
Yeah.
This is what I'm supposed to feel like in the morning. I'm not supposed to feel rushed. I'm not supposed to feel like dreading to go to work, dreading to do this. Like, a lot of people got more softer couches and
living in their space, like some people didn't recognize, like, your space wasn't even enjoyable if you had to be there all the time. A lot of people, didn't enjoy their space. So it's like, you got to like yourself when you're by yourself, and the things that surround you matter. The people, your environment, what's stimulating you, what's disrupting your nervous system and all of that. So before we leave, and when you're on your ride going back to where you're going, what is one thing that you're like, dang, Maybe I should have said that.
Maybe I should have said that. I don't listen to music no more.
Okay, give it to us. This is a whole.
I mean, I listen to it, right? But I don't really listen to a lot of new music, and more because just what it give us. Just what it give us. I like probably 2 years ago, I real big R&B guy. I really kind of stopped listening to rap, and then I'm kind of just like kind of phasing out of music.
Are you listening? Like, are you listening to podcasts, audiobooks? Are you listening to things?
I'll be silent in the car.
Really?
Silent in the car. Yeah.
I can. So there's studies that show like completely disconnecting is very good for your mental health. Like even the headphones on the ears all the time. So I'll go on walks and leave my phone or leave my AirPods where just the breeze can go between my ears. But driving with nothing, I cut back on my music intake because like now I'm listening to more books and and it's helping with research and all of that.
Well, yeah, like books on tape really got me. Dang it. So it's his book. It was his book. And I was listening to it. And I could not stop listening to this book. It was so good. I forget the name. I'm so mad at myself. But then they made a TV show out of it.
Oh, wow.
Let me see if it's. I had deleted everything on my phone.
We gotta figure out this book, y'all. I'm currently reading Start With Why and The Deep Magic of Daily Consistency with Robin Sharma. And if you've never read the 5 a.m. Club, highly recommend it.
5 a.m. Club, I never read that.
Really? So even when you talk about like waking up and doing like some type of movement, Robin Sharma talks a lot about like your first hour. It's the 20 minutes of movement, 20 minutes of journaling, 20 minutes of meditation, and that's how you win your day.
I don't journal. I don't want, when I'm gone, let me be gone. Don't have no funeral for me. Don't mourn. Don't do none of that.
Don't be going through my old journals, writing a book about it. You should just let it be.
Mm-hmm. I cannot find this book.
Okay, we'll get it later from you, but
For sure. But I know it was good. I ain't gonna lie. I know it was good because I could not put it down. It was about this man. He had a wife. He had a son. And then, like, in a multi-universe, he was time traveling. And then kind of at the end, it was a whole bunch of him time traveling because somebody had switched places with him. And then he just kept time traveling through the multi-universe to get back to his universe, to his wife and kids. And
you gotta share this because is it?
I couldn't put the book down. I think it was like a 30-hour read. I listened to it in a day and a half. I ain't gonna lie. It was a good book. But so with the music, I feel like a lot of people live their life through music. Like they become the music.
Yeah.
And like it be catchy and all that stuff, but then when you really learn the words, you really become that person.
I'm really big on like certain music I can't listen to in the morning. Certain like some stuff I'm just like I just don't want that in my spirit. Yeah. Like something about it. So I get you. Yeah. But that's powerful. So how can people stay connected to you? Like follow you?
On Instagram, but I don't really post that much. I just post kind of reels and memes, and you really can't. You really can't. Like,
I love that. Yeah.
Now that I'm kind of older. I'm phasing out of the league. I don't really want you too much in my business. Like,
Right.
So, maybe one day I'll start a podcast or I'll be on Twitch playing a video game. But other than that, like,
A simple life is a beautiful one.
yeah. My Instagram is Matthew Judon. The handle is man down 9. But other than that, like, unless I do like a camp, I got one tomorrow. But I really kind of just want to stay out of the way. Like,
I'm not mad at that. Yeah. You don't hear a lot of people say that, but I respect it. It's powerful. I said a simple life is a beautiful one because sometimes we got to just get back to being versus like, see me do this next thing. Like, no, just you going to see me when you see me.
Yeah. A lot of people live their life through the phone. And it's like these are our eyes right here. We don't even be looking at stuff no more. We just make sure the camera got it.
The camera got it, yeah.
So, I'm kind of out of the way. If you ever in Orlando, Florida, kind of hit me up. If it's the off season, I'm out there. But hopefully not, because I really just go eat, be at home, work out.
Chill. Simple. I'm telling you, a simple life is the way to be. And you threw a nap in there. And I love the nap ministry, man. I'm going to take a nap. Not as much these days.
No, napping is good for you. Like overindulging in anything is bad for you. So oversleeping is bad for you, right? But don't have the whole bottle of wine. Just drink a glass. So 20-minute nap or car nap. I do love a car nap. I'm a baby when I get in the car.
You going to be? Oh my God. Y'all, we gonna leave y'all on that. You said
no road trips.
Oh no, same.